All right. I just locked myself out of the house for the 40th time this year, and I'm really looking forward to locking myself out again next week. You know what I'm saying? It's like a reoccurring thing that just keeps on happening. I don't know why, I just always forget these at home. Hi guys, what's up, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. You guys can see my hair is straight. I recently did the keratin. If you follow me, sorry, scratches here. If you follow me on Instagram, you guys know that I went ahead and did it. So it's straight for now. Also, it's kind of freezing, so I pulled out like the biggest sweater that I have alive, and this one apparently was the winner. Anyways, for today's video, I want to do something really exciting with you guys. I want to go ahead and do a first impression on the new Too Faced Pretty Rich eyeshadow palette. I was so excited for this because I don't know, I just thought it was cute, the whole like vibe. It's just a cutesy, and I figured you guys would enjoy, so here I am. Whoa, why does my boob scratch? A little bit of information about this palette. Firstly, retails for $49 on Sephora's website, on Ulta's website, and Too Faced website. So here's how the packaging looks. It's really pretty. It says Pretty Rich on it. I love the pinkness. It has the same kind of vibe as their like diamond highlighter, which I purchased months back. So I think they kind of just expanded their line just because of how cutesy that was. So they came out with this, I'm assuming. Anyways, here's how the palette looks. It has like a soft feel on the front. On the back, it looks like that. It's really like nice and smooth feeling. There's a little heart over here, a little gold detail heart. You open it up just like that. It's a magnetic closure. There is a smallish type of mirror that says Pretty Rich down here. Very cute. And then there are 16 different eyeshadows that are included in here. So you guys can see there are two different sizes. So we have these regular rectangular sizes, and then these sizes like diamondy type of sizes as well, which I think is kind of cute. It just adds a different touch to this palette. I think it would have been cuter if they would have made everything this shape. You know what I'm saying? But I guess these are the ones that are different in formula compared to the other ones. That's why they kind of maybe want to make it stand out. All right, so what it says about this palette, let me briefly read to you guys. It says there are 16 ultra rich high pigment shadows, which we covered, 4 glitters, 4 mattes, and 8 shimmers. So the 4 glitters are these guys, the one in this shape. We have 4 mattes, which is just scattered around here. And then we have 8, what do they say? Shimmers, which is also scattered around here. I don't know if I would call them shimmers necessarily. They look more metallic to me, but that's what they describe it as. Here's how the palette looks like up close. Really beautiful. I do like the presentation of it. The shades are not, oh my goodness, let me tell you, but I guess we'll see once it's like applied on the eyes. We'll see if I can come up with a look that's not typical and basic. All right, are we doing this? Are we doing this or what? All right, so let's go ahead and do swatches first, as I typically do with my videos, and then we'll go ahead and get started with the eye look. I kind of wish sometimes that you guys can just talk to me and be like, okay, yeah, use that shade, you know, but like you can't until I actually post the video. So I'm not sure what kind of look I'm gonna go for with this. Definitely something different. Like I cannot use the same shades. Like I'm gonna make believe like I'm going to like this extravagant party and I have to look like the most different ever. Like no basic looks are allowed at this place, you know? So let me see if I can challenge myself. Let's get started with swatches first, and then we'll take it from there. So here's how these swatches look. Really beautiful, I must say. When I was like touching these guys, like when I was swatching them, they feel so butt like soft, very delicious, so extremely smooth. Just from swatching them, the ones that are in this specific shape, like more like the diamondy type of shape, they're more like a loose pressed glitter, if that makes sense. Like it feels very piecey and it has that gritty feel, so I definitely feel like you would need to use an adhesive to put them on. So that's just what I realized like right when I was watching them. But in regards to the mattes, very beautiful, very soft, no fallout, no kick up, just creamy galore. And then the metallics also very nice, not crazily pigmented, which could be a good thing and a bad thing, I should say, but they probably will be easy to build up just from thinking about it. I don't know for sure, but I'm just making that up now. Hopefully they will be. What I also realized about this palette is I think that they curated it in a way where you can actually use each row for a specific look. So I'm pretty sure you can use these shades to create a look, these, and you know, it just kind of makes sense. I can totally see that, but we're still gonna mix and match. I just think that if you guys were having a hard time using this and you have this, that's something to keep in mind. Also, now I realize that's probably why they put these like diamond-y shaped loose glitters, loose pressed glitters in each row, you know, because it kind of looks like not so appealing to the eye, but then once you look into it, it's kind of like, okay, fine, I see why this is making sense. So that's just my 2 cents about that I realized. But I'm really excited with the color selection here. Like, we have the basic transition shades, but we also have pops of colors as well. And I think that this loose press glitter grittiness is pretty interesting in consistency, and I think that it'll be a lot of fun to play around with. I have my sprays over here, so we're gonna totally just throw that on the eyes. And like I mentioned, we're going for this hot, sexy vibe where we cannot be basic, you know what I mean? So we gotta step out of our comfort zone, and it's like make believe we're going somewhere special, you know? Okay, let's go. I feel like that's the perks of living alone. You can drink from bottles, leave them open. If they spill, it's fine. You know what I mean? Look, this has been open for 3 days now. It just spilled! Okay, I really have to get a life. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the first shade. Also, I wanted to mention that the shade names in here are so cute. So we have one that's called It's Designer, Fancy That, Filthy Rich, which I don't know if I like that saying, honestly, but I mean, this palette is like a rich palette. Diamonds for Breakfast, Don't Carrot All. So the first shade I want to go in with is this one right here, which is called It's Designer. Now, this is a basic shade, yes, but you guys know that I really like to set my lids with either the Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder or just some form of like a cream shade so that everything can blend out really nicely on top. My brushes are dirtier than actual hell could be, so we're gonna try to make this work. Like, yeah, okay, so I have some clean brushes here. We're fine, we're good. Oh, and then also I wanted to tell you guys that I also purchased this really cute Too Faced mirror, which I'm gonna use in this video, maybe, because I think it's like very reflective, so we'll see how it'll look in the viewfinder. But anyways, taking a little bit of that and putting it on my eyes. I already see some creasing going on here. So after I set that, I feel like it just kind of gives a very bright, whitish effect to the eye, which could be a good thing. Okay, let's do this. The next shade I want to go in with is, so what I'm going to do is probably build up my crease and then take it from there. The main shades that we have here are these browns that would be great to build up the crease anyway with, so I feel like it's a good palette to probably use on its own. So we're going to go in with the shade Fancy That, which is this brown here. It's leaning a bit more cooler in tone. Take a little bit on my brush, tap it off, and then work that in the crease. This is just like basic, we always do this, but yeah, okay, let's go. So that blended in really nicely. It definitely has a cooler tone to it, like I mentioned before, so there's something to keep in mind. The next shade I'm gonna go in with is I don't know. One second. Okay, let's go in with the shade Oh That's Rich, which is this deep in brown. To be honest, there's no other like shade that I can go in with. I feel like this shade and then the shade Oh That's Rich are the only two like transition-y type of shades. Maybe It's Cashmere, which is this one, could have gone first, but meaning like there's no shade in between this one and this one that I could use. That's what I was trying to say. But anyways, I'm gonna take it more on a smaller brush. So for that, I use the Morphe M441. The smaller brush that I'm gonna use is the Morphe M441. No, that's what I was gonna use, but then I saw it's the same, so I'm like, no. Morphe M51. Let's use that one. So let me tell you, that shade is extremely pigmented. Initially when I put it on, it was like kind of skipping a little bit, but as I kept blending it out, I think it worked pretty well to my advantage. I'm still gonna go ahead and take a clean brush now and try to still blend it out a little bit, because I still kind of feel like it's blended, but not to the best of my ability, you know. But it's a very pigmented color, so maybe for that, like, you know, take a little bit and try to build up from there because I thought it wouldn't be so oh my god, so I went and like boom all the way. Although I like to do that sometimes. I'm just kind of like all or nothing. Like I don't give a shit. Like I want to put a lot and then I'll blend it out. Like I don't want to go in like I can't sometimes. I don't want to be doing that. But then you run into situations like this and then you're kind of in a pickle, but then you can kind of fix the pickle a little bit. Let's use Diamonds for Breakfast, this shade right over here. Let's put that on the lids and let's see what we can do from there. So what I'm gonna do with this, since like I mentioned, these like diamondy shaped ones are a little bit more like loose, I'm gonna take it on a flat brush, which I'm gonna clean now. Try to pack that on it, and then I have my Urban Decay setting spray right here, which I've been really loving. Spray that after and then build it up. So my crease, my eyes are pretty big, so I like to go a little bit higher with this, just depending on your eye shape, I guess. See where your kind of crease ends and then end there. But yeah, okay, let's take let's take a little bit of this. I want to just see how it packs on. 1 second. No. There's like no pigment on my hand. Wait, so how are we gonna do this though? Maybe I'll wet my brush first. Let me see if this is even gonna apply anything. No, that's not gonna work out. Now, you know what I can do? I think that these, okay, now I'm just like talking based on what I'm realizing now. I think that these are more like toppers. So what I think I want to do is put a shade down first and then put like one of those glittery shades on top, because they are also, like I said, more loose, so they're not going to cover the whole eye area. I feel like you'll need some base on bottom. So let's use the shade Highly Selective. This color right over here, it's more like pinky. That I'll try to take on the brush and pack it on my eyes. Then I'm gonna go in with like a blingy glitter shade. Which one are we gonna go for? You know what, let's do this one. I was gonna do Diamonds for Breakfast, but no. I'm gonna do Diamond Glitterati right here, this pink one right here. It's so beautiful. So I'm gonna take that on the same brush, try to pack that on. I think you have to like dab your brush in there, don't like swipe, because that's the best way you'll probably be able to pick up product, even though a teeny bit is picking up now. I'll do the brush, and then if I see if it's picking up like crap, I'll just go in with my finger, but for now, let's try this. Yes, 1,000,000% yes. So what I realized with these diamond shades, I'm realizing a lot, you know, while I'm going. It needs something to stick on. So if you want to use an adhesive, you can use something like that. Or if you want to just place a shade prior to putting one of those like glittery shades, that works too. I feel like the second way would be better because you can kind of still see a little bit of the other color underneath. But I really love it. What I like to do when I use glittery shades is not like always open up my eye completely, because then I feel like it kind of transfers up there and I hate when that happens. But if it does, I just take a small brush and kind of blend it out. But I still think that it looks really, really nice, and I'm loving like the bam of glitter. It's kind of reminding me of like these I'm looking now, the brown looks like shit from here. These glitters are reminding me of like these Stila glitter and glows, but like in a pressed form, you know, like it kind of gives me the same glittery boom effect, and I like it. So yeah. Oh shit, it went up there a little bit. Okay, I gotta fix that a little bit. In regards to fallout, the metallic that I initially placed did have fallout, as well as this glittery shade. It's also having fallout, so have that in mind. I'd probably recommend putting some of like a loose translucent setting powder under your eye, which is what I should have done, but whatever. But just for reference, because there is a nice amount on my cheeks now. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye, and then we're gonna do something fun on the lower lash line. Yeah, we're gonna do something fun. I mean, what would be really basic and typical of me is to use a shade like Set the Jewel Tone on the lower lash line, because like, you know how all those palettes have those blues, but I want to be typical a little bit today, just because what other shade would I be able to use? Or maybe we can do that and then cool under pressure, like this black. We'll see. Okay, let me finish the other eye. I'll be back in 5 hours. All right, the party's really gonna start now. Like you saw the party starting up there. No, it's downstairs. So like I mentioned, I'm gonna go in with, yeah, Set the Jewel Tone. We're gonna start off with this, and then we'll see where it takes us. Hopefully it's gonna turn out nice. I'm gonna take it on more of like a dense brush, just because it's a metallic finish. I don't know, so I'm just gonna use this like, no. Let's just use this Morphe. This is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH41 brush. Ow. Someone mentioned before, like in my other video, why I always scratch my nose. I don't know. My nose just always scratches me. I guess it's maybe the foundation I use, or maybe I'm just like always scratching because there's always hair in my face. But that's probably why, to answer that person's question if they're watching. it's really pretty, like the contrast of the blue, you know. I'm also going to use a little bit of the black, so Cool Under Pressure. Let's see what that will do. It'll either ruin the look or make the look, but I'm willing to take a chance. I kind of like what the black did because I feel like it left a little bit of the blue there, but it just added a little bit more darkness. You know what I'm saying? I think it looks good. I'm just gonna blend it out a little bit more. I feel like it's a little bit too harsh. I'm gonna do the other eye, the other under eye, and then we're gonna go and do mascara and then lashes. I found the coolest lashes at TJ Maxx, which I absolutely thought I was gonna hate. You guys are gonna see it in this weekend's video, but they're so good. Wow, I judged those, but they are probably the best lashes ever. You'll see why I judged them. You'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and use the NARS Larger Than Life liner to line my waterline and then align my upper lash line as well. Not tight line. I don't really do that so much anymore. I feel like it kind of irritates my eye. My eyes tear already, you know? Okay, so I finished with the eyeliner. For mascara, let's use this Essence one. I knew I had the one of the green, like, words. I was like, last time I'm like, do I have it? Do I not? I thought I gave it to my mother. Apparently I did not. So I'm gonna use this, coat my upper lashes. I don't know, I'm looking at the eyeshadow now. I feel, okay, wait. Whoa, I have so much fallout on my face. So that's something to keep in mind. All right, so let's go back to the eyeshadow. I'm just gonna talk to you guys a little bit about it. What I'm realizing now is that it's sticking onto my eyes, but not as much as I would want to. I feel like it's kind of diminishing a little bit, and I had it on for only like a few minutes, you know? So just imagine how it would diminish if I'm like actually going to this party we were discussing. This like fake party. Okay, then I'm gonna go on with lashes, right? So the lashes that I'm gonna wear are from Blinking Beauty, and like I mentioned, I purchased these from TJ Maxx. First of all, I was beyond blown away to find these, but I was not gonna purchase them because, let me show you guys, these are like absolutely tiny. Like literally so small, so it's kind of like, why doesn't it cover my whole eye? I wore this the other day to this CoverGirl event that I was invited to, which I felt so special that I was invited to that, and it was amazing. Like it gave me that perfect flirtiness to my eyes, but it also wasn't like annoying because sometimes on the inner corners it can come off even if you put like glue there. So I just thought that these were perfection, and I would totally buy more if they have it on their site. So I will leave a link below as well as everything. If I find them, and if you guys have a hard time with lashes, those are really great. So I'm gonna use my trusty Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive that I use time and time again. So as you guys can see, I think it just adds the perfect amount of flirtiness towards the end of the eyes, and the inner part is just like your regular like lashes. So I love it. I think it's so pretty, you know, and it's not crazily dramatic either, but it adds that like perfect punch. I'm gonna go and use a shade for my inner corners. You guys know that's like my signature type of look. I love I love highlighting, what am I saying? I love highlighting my inner corner and my brow bone. So I'm gonna do that with this shade right here, Clutch Your Pearls. This one right over here, it's really pretty. Pack that on and load it on the brows. I really love, oh no, one second. It has a pinkiness to it. No, that's not what I wanted. I know, I'm kind of upset. I think I'm gonna go over it with something else. I didn't use blush, a highlighter, and lips yet. So I'm gonna do that with you guys. I recently did a Sephora haul, which I will throw above in the cards here. But a lot of you guys wanted me to try out those products. I'm using, I think, one of the products that I bought there. I'll use the other ones in other videos for sure. But I recently purchased this. It's kind of nasty because I like to mix my foundations on this. I'm gonna wipe it down, don't worry. But this is the Milani blush palette in Flowers of Love. So they have this one and then a different one as well. But it's just so beautiful, and I told you guys I'm gonna use this in a video. Ow, there you go, my nose scratches again. I don't know. And then use this raspberry shade here. You guys know those are my kind of colors. I used this a few times already, and I will tell you guys that it's beautiful. Look, like it just adds the perfect flush. They're pigmented, but not crazily pigmented. They're available at Walgreens if you guys were curious. I still didn't see them on Ulta site, but very, very easy to build up. And I love it. I think it's so beautiful. I only have one. Ow, my nose. I only have one of their larger blush, like flower blushes. So to have this little trio is amazing because I have like 3 in 1, you know? Okay, then we're gonna go on with some highlighter. The highlighter I'm gonna use is the Natasha Denona Super Glow highlighter in the shade 01 Fair. It's so beautiful. I used it the other day. It's really, really nice. I'm just gonna use on a Morphe E27, just like a random brush. It's really pretty on. Whoa, you guys, look how pretty, look. One second, I need a mirror. It's like bam in your face, super stunning pinky goodness galore. I'm gonna put some on my inner corners as well, but basically on my cheekbones, you guys know, right here. Right here, yum. Someone told me once in the comments that my nose looks like, this is a while ago though, like Rudolph the reindeer. And initially I kind of took it as like an insult, but then I'm like, why would I be insulted with that? Like, thanks, that's such a compliment. I want to be Rudolph. A mustache. Okay, then I'm just gonna take a little bit on my fingers and put it on my inner corners. So it'll add that like nice amount of brightness on my brow bone, because the other shade killed it for me. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. This is the kind of highlighter I like to be up there. All right, yeah, we're done. Okay, now I'm just going overboard. So what I love to do is use like a big fluffy brush and just blend everything out usually, so it doesn't look like, you know, Rudolph just landed. It looks like Rudolph, but not like he just landed, you know, right now. So I like to just do that, to just kind of blend everything in. Now is where I would use setting spray, but I'm not going to just because I can't get my hair wet. But let's do some lips and then we are done. We're gonna wrap the video up with my thoughts on this. And yes, so give me 1 second. So maybe let's use this. This is the Huda Beauty Bombshell Glow, liquid lipstick. I haven't used this in a very long time. This is not, it smells amazing. It's like my color, but it's also like a little bit dark. I think it'll pair well though. Well, because it's neutral, you know. So I'm gonna just line our eyelids and then fill that in. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Let me zoom you guys out now. All right, let's wrap up my thoughts on this eyeshadow palette. So first of all, just looking at myself, I'm really loving how the whole look came out in general as a whole. I think the mattes blended in really nicely. They're very pigmented, so even though they are very pigmented, they are pretty easy to work with, I must say. 1 second. I will say that the metallics also are very nice, pretty pigmented. They apply nicely on the eyes. There isn't any skipping or anything. These like diamondy, loose, glittery type of shades, I will say that you definitely need to use like an adhesive or put a shade under that to have it really stand out, because on their own, they're not gonna show up or it's gonna be really like messy. At least that's what I experienced. Even with like this look right now, I feel like it applied nicely, but as I kept talking in the video and everything, as time went on, I realized it's kind of transferring a little bit up there, which I don't really love. So I would probably recommend using those with an adhesive. Even if you're gonna go in with a metallic shade initially, use that and then put an adhesive on top of that and then go on with one of those. I think that would look amazing. So that's probably the next thing I'm gonna go ahead and do with this palette, because I really do think that those add a really nice vibe and touch to the eyes. And like I mentioned, they kind of remind me of like the Stila Glitter and Glows, and I really love those, so I want to really love this. I think that they really added perfect transition shades in here, something that we can all use to just build up the colors in the crease, and then we have a lot of fun lit shades. This palette definitely has a unique vibe because of the packaging mainly, and because they kind of switched up the, you know, shapes of these guys, and then also added this interesting finish. I don't think a lot of like brands do that, so it's different and fun to play around with. With that being said, I do think that it was really nice to use. Do I think it's worth the $49? I like it. I'm not like, oh my god, this is like deadly amazing. So I want to play around with it a little bit more, obviously, to give you guys my final thoughts, but I still think it was still a lot of fun to play around with, and I'm happy with my purchase though. I'm not like upset. I think that I'll have a lot of fun using like this gold shade maybe for the holidays, or like this one. This blue was actually really cool. I will send the lower lash line, and the black applied nicely too. So I am pretty satisfied with this, but I'm not like 100% sold, like, oh my god, blown like with the win. If you guys pick this up, definitely let me know what you guys think about it. If you enjoyed, if you think it's kind of a waste of money, I would absolutely love to know your thoughts down below. I think that's pretty much it. I think I covered everything. If you have any questions, then let me know. I love the packaging, let me tell you, and I'm feeling this vibe. I'm feeling the vibe. Anyways, that's pretty much it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.